Hello. Hello, hello, hello. How are ya? Hi, Sharon. Hi, Donna Sue. Hi, Rennie. Hi, Regine. Hi, Gail. Hello, good evening, Martin. Hi, Helena. How's everybody doing today? Hi, Fondia. Hi, Leona. Hello, Miss Edie. Troy, our friends are saying hi. Troy. Our friends say hi. He gave me the look and then he just, hi, Sylvia. Hola. How's it going? How's it going? Back again on another day. Another sleepless night, y'all. Okay. I had one of those nights again where I was like up and couldn't sleep. And, Tuesdays and Thursdays, I got to get up super early to take Trevor to work. And I remember looking at the clock like every hour, 2, 3, 4. I was like, man, not again. Hi, Bernice. Hi, Lisa. Hello, Sheila. Oh, that's good. I look tired. Lovely. Hi, Margaret. Hi, Sandy. I don't think I look tired. Just got out the shower. Lord have mercy. No singing today? Oh, yeah, no singing today. Oh, great. Now I'm having an issue on Nicole's page for some reason. Man, or just remove the destination from the stream and re-add it. All right, if you're on Nicole's page, hold on. I don't know what's going on, y'all, with the book lately. But it's not playing nice. Hi, Marianne. All right, so we should be back on Nicole's page. If they're not going to know, they have to refresh. Hi, hello, Callie. How's it going, everybody? Nicole's page popped back up, but she has to refresh, I think. Hi, Jackie. Hi, Barbara Ross. It's having a meltdown. It is. It seriously is. So let me tell you guys what happened yesterday. So whenever you get in trouble with the book, they usually will tell you like what you've done, right? So my video was cited for copyright, okay? And it was literally the minute and 44 seconds was when I was painting the inside of the box pink. And they are saying someone, they gave me the name, I don't want to say their name, is saying that I am using their music and so it's copyrighted. Now, unless my voice naturally has a singing tone, which I know it's irritating, but it's not singing, and unless painting a box pink with Vera at the Ballet is your song, dude, relax. I did not take your song. Stop. So, yeah, it's bananas. That's a whole different page, Rennie. That doesn't have anything to do with my page. That's Decoupage Queen. Terry came here. Hey, Shelly Stacklin. Hello, Trees. So, yeah. So, just for you guys to know, though, for you, those of you who are, on my page all the time, I am always in tandem streaming to YouTube. So, right now, I am on YouTube live, just like we are here. So, if I ever disappear, if you go to my About Me or you go to my link tree and you click on my YouTube, it's going to be the same video that you're watching right now. Hi, Michelle. So if you lose me, if I lose signal, I always tell you guys, just stay here because I'll be back. But if the video disappears like yesterday, go over to YouTube because I don't have those problems over there. Maybe they thought the dog song. Yeah, I don't know. Hey, Angel. Hey, Deborah. So, really quickly, those of you who weren't here yesterday, I am on Nicole's page. My name is Terry Lightsey. You might recognize me from Nicole's comments. I do some admin work and help her out when she's live. She has some personal business that she's been taking care of the last couple of days. She's hoping to be back tomorrow. But if not, you're just going to see me until she comes back because, you know, we all like to help each other. And because the book is so testy, we just want to make sure we keep, you know, activity on our page. So if you're on her page, we do use the same, pretty much the same thing. So her chat bot is on. I will give you her chat bot commands, so you can use any of her links, and any stars sent on her page are absolutely credited to her. You see a little ticker that's running down here. That's because on my page in my room, I do a happy mail every Friday. So if you are following me and you share the video out, spread the chaos, I put your name on the wheel. If you do it every day I'm on, your name goes on the wheel multiple times. So hi Lisa, hi sister, hey Sheila Teagan, hi Michelle. Aw, thanks, I try. Hi Diana, hi Elizabeth. Okay, so if you guys were with me, well, with Troy, you guys might have seen that we picked this up. And by the way, this is my overhead camera. It was this color. I intentionally didn't bond the inside so you guys could see that color. And then it has this on there. But if you guys remember, this was broken. So I just took a palette knife and just smacked it off with a hammer because it's just acrylic. So we'll replace that somehow. So let me bring you overhead, and thank you guys. Thank you. Can anybody tell me if whoever is on Nicole's page, are we okay over there? Can you see me okay? Hear me okay? Because I had to reload the stream over there, so I just want to make sure everything's okay over there. Hi, Vicky. Do I need to sprinkle again? I sprinkled on Nicole's page. Well, I mean, I don't know if Nicole does something every week, but in my room, on my page, yes, you do. So if you're trying to get on my wheel, you need to be in my room and then do the things that's scrolling at the bottom. What was that? Can you guys see me and hear me okay? Okay, Vicky says yes. Linda, yes. Okay. I'm telling you, it's giving me fits. Hi, June. Oh, this thing, I tell you. So I did put Rust-Oleum bonding primer. I'm looking up here now because it's giving me like exclamation marks every now and again. So hi Roxanne. Hi Veronica. How are you, sweet friend? You see and hear me okay? Good. Okay, good. So Rust-Oleum bonding primer, you guys know my spiel. Your bonding primer, no matter what it is, needs to sit for a minimum of 12 hours, but I always recommend 24 because it needs to bond to that surface that you are needing bonding primer on. Hi, Bryce. Hey, how are you doing? I can hear you. Perfect. Thank you. So bonding primer is needed on slick surfaces, non-porous surfaces, right? So your glass, plastic, acrylic, things like that. So you need a bonding primer for your paints to adhere. Otherwise, it will slip off. And just putting bonding primer on and then painting right on top of that, you might as well not even put the bonding primer on because you're not letting it do its job, all right? So I see a lot of people slap slick stick on and then they'll start painting right away. It's like, you might as well not even wasted that product because you didn't let the slick stick do its job. So this thing, I originally thought that it was like a wine box, but it's obviously too small for a wine bottle. So I guess people were just saying that it was just a decorative piece. I don't know. Good evening, Jill. So I was thinking we would do something a little different. There is some texture that's happening underneath this bonding primer. And it's because it had this gold look, but it almost made it look like, I don't know, maybe raindrops or something like that. So everybody always says that. Anytime I do a glass jar or a container, they always say it looks like an urn. Like, Nice. That's interesting. Well, it had this on the top of it, and I mean, I don't know. It's a hideaway for your jewels. Another one is saying it looks like your ashes. Good grief. I don't even want to put my ashes in there, so no thank you. Not today. So, what I was thinking is I wanted to use this. So this is the Paper Designs, and it's 0166. I don't know why they've shortened that. I thought that what you need, your watch. That is my son Troy, for those of you who are new. So anyways, this is Paper Designs 0166, and I thought it would be really pretty, right, to put her on the front. We're going to not get all of her, so we might not get this forefront wing here, because I really don't feel like chopping off her legs, okay? And then what I was thinking about doing is we have the chandelier background, which is a decoupage queen paper. But what I want to do is maybe do a lot of texture on here with some Stone Effects paste. So what I'm wanting to do is just sprinkle this paper just randomly throughout. I don't want the whole piece. So literally just like bits and pieces peeking through, and then have stone paste surrounding it, probably all the way around. We are going to change this trim out, so I'm going to end up putting trim right over this. It's flat enough that it's not going to bother it for me to put trim over it. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. I pulled out these crosses because I thought, you know, that would look good too, but because it's a curved surface, do you see this? So it would stick off of it. So I was like, yeah, no, we're not going to do that. So, hi, Debbie. Hi, Judy Stalker. How's Kaylee? Joy. Hi, Lori. All right, so that's what I'm looking at doing. So let's get a base down. We're just going to take some Waverly plaster. Even though we have the bonding primer down, you guys know, well, most of you know, I always like to put on a base of the Waverly plaster. Do you need to do it? No, you don't need to, but I just always do because, you know, the bonding primer is down to adhere to help, you know, bond your paints and whatnot to it, but it doesn't always give it a, you know, good opacity. So we're just going to, especially right here on the front, because this is where we're going to decoupage the angel. And then because we're going to have a little bit of the paper scattered throughout the sides, you know, and we'll end up painting that too. So how is everybody doing today? Hi, Miriam. I need fun stuff to paint. What do you mean? I don't think I got Zuri crosses. No, Jill. What do you mean I need fun stuff to paint? Are you saying that because everybody says this looks like an urn? They said that about my vase too, and my glass canister. They said it looked like an urn. I think that is I've heard more of that lately than anything. Anytime I do any type of container, that's what I get. Is it looks like it always starts out and everybody says it looks like an urn. I don't know why. Maybe I'm in the wrong business. Maybe I need to go into do like, what is that? The cremations or something. Do designer bottles for that. So today is actually a nice day. The sun was out. It's going behind the clouds, but it's still warm. Was funny. I got a note from the PG&E today. Well, it comes out often, but it was, it ranks you like how much electricity you use compared to other neighbors with the same size, with the same square footage or whatever, and it's saying like you use 66% more, whatever. I'm like, well, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to be cold in the winter, and I'm not going to be hot in the summer. So, I mean, I don't know. Hi, Diane. How are you? My mom came to my apartment today for the first time in a couple years and had lunch. Oh my gosh, Trees, that makes me so happy. How cool was that? Did you guys take pictures, Trees? You had to have snapped some pictures, right? So after I get this base white down, I will lay it back down so y'all can see what I'm doing. But I'm literally just putting Waverly on there. Hi, Karen. Thank you. I appreciate that. So yeah, just another, little PSA. If for some reason something happens to me today, go to my About Me section or my link tree and click on my YouTube page, because I stream there live every time. So that's why I say sometimes when I'm reading comments and, you guys might wonder where they're coming from. They're either coming from YouTube, my group that I stream in, or my other page. So, but if I ever disappear from the book, I'm going to still be on YouTube. So if that happens again for some reason, you will be able to find me over there. And you don't have to have a YouTube account or anything like that. You just click the video link and it'll let you watch. Because I know people either like YouTube or they don't, or they like the book or they don't. All right, so let's dry this. It's no one's business how much electricity you use, Terry. Those gooders do in my... I know, I just thought was like, okay, so what do you want me to do? Like, I just thought like, yeah, what am I supposed to do about that? I pay my bill every month, so what do you care how much electricity I use? I don't know. 66%. It even have like a graph and put me like way in the red or whatever. It's like, what the heck? You like YouTube, but everyone is here? Yeah. That's all. I get that, Trees. I get it. Hi, Helen. How are you? I don't know, Shelly. Maybe I don't do fun stuff. Apparently, I don't. Lisa Jane says I need to do fun stuff. Yes, you can chat on YouTube. It's the same thing. You chat in the comments, just like you do here. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Teresa Renee. But isn't California kind of the energy Nazi? I don't know. I mean, gee, many already. All right, so again, we're going to put this pretty angel here, and then I'm literally just going to rip this in pieces, and we're just going to put it kind of no rhyme or reason on the sides and the back, and then we're going to blend that with the Stone Effect paste, and then we will paint and everything. And what I'm kind of looking at is just how it looks like a stony background, right? She's sitting on rocks. So that's the effect we're going to give the whole thing. I have to set boundaries with mine. She is not living in them. moment. I have to be around positivity today. I choose joy. Good for you, Dana. Hi, Tina. Drusy. Hi, Anne. Hello, Sandy Triplet. How are you? Okay, so obviously she is, you know, a little too wide. So I'm not going to worry about taking off the edges here because I'll get that off with the gator, but let's take off the top and the bottom. So all I do for that is I take my water pen, I take my ruler that has the cork backing because I just find that it holds it for me. And then, but you know, absolutely could use a, you know, paintbrush and water. You can dry tear it if you like. I do not suggest that you cut it because with rice paper, you can blend rice paper beautifully, but if you give it that hard cut, you know, scissor edge, it's going to stick out like a sore thumb wherever you try to add paper to. So always feather your edges, and then you can, you know, you can continue on with your rice paper for days and no one will ever know what you're making. So Troy and I found this, I don't know what it is. So we are just going to make it pretty. We found it at the Salvation Army, I think, right? Yeah, Salvation Army. And then so now we're just going to give it a new life. So like I said, she has the back wing. I don't want to chop off her legs. I mean, I could move her up and get a little more of it. But I just think it's going to look a little strange if she's not kind of centered. So let's do a happy medium and go right about here. All right, so I am going to use my Decoupage glue and varnish. I just put it in the Sugar Bell bottles, but this is what it is. It's a Pentart Decoupage glue and varnish. You can find that on my TH Decor. If you are on Nicole's page, you can hit exclamation TH Decor, and that'll give you her link. And then if you're on my page, my links are in my description. And then faster than I can usually say it, Sue has it posted for you guys. Okay, so I always, whenever I'm putting down my rice paper, I always do it in sections. I do not usually tend to, you know, put the glue on the whole surface, just in case I need to reposition my rice paper, even though it's really durable and it can take it. I still find it easier if, you know, I just work in sections. So I'm going to use my felt squeegee. It helps move the product underneath. It helps get that out evenly, and it also takes care of any wrinkles. I obviously did not go high enough, so let's go a little higher. And I'm going to actually put this in my bottle holder so I don't have to keep shaking it. Okay. Now, I've talked to you guys about this before. When you're putting rice paper down and you do have a feathered edge, you want to lay that edge down, okay? So what I mean by that is I want to push so that it's laying. So I'm going to push up and out. If I'm going willy-nilly and just brushing it crazy, that feather edge is going to buckle onto itself. And then, especially if you're trying to blend your paper, you're going to get that little buckle right there. And it just, you know, doesn't look nice, right? So anytime you're doing that, lay your edges down flat. Hi, Miss Shauna. I need a new squeegee. I managed to get glue on the felt. Well, if you guys remember, so these ones that I put in my Amazon store, I have two kinds. I have these that actually come with felt replacements. So you can replace the felt. And then I have these that come in like a 6-pack or something like that, and they're just a couple of bucks. So, but yeah, ever since I started using the felt squeegees, I don't know, a couple years ago, because I don't know, usually I have something on my hands or, you know, and what have you, and I don't ever have good luck with pushing the paper down with my hands. But I like the squeegee because, like I said, it helps move that product underneath so that it goes down evenly, and then you don't have any wrinkles in your paper as well. Hi, Diane. Go willy-nilly. You know, willy-nilly. Willy-nilly style. You asked earlier this week about the mystery box stamps from Prima. I got Old Town Cling stamps. Okay. Did you, anytime you guys get your mystery boxes, because, you know, I'm nosy. I live vicariously through all, I mean, you know, so put it in the group. I would love to see what you guys get. I love seeing what everybody gets in their mystery box. Terry, are you going to set up your chat bot? So, Teresa, it's set up on my Terry's Crafty Creations. However, because I craft under what is a personal profile, I can't set up the chat bot on mine. So my chat bot for now is named Sue. But yeah, if you're over on my Terry's Crafty Creations page, my chat bot is set up. But on Terry Lightsy, yeah, I can't do it. So once again, down here, I'm going to push down, right? So I'm going to come this way with these feathered edges because, like I said, it just makes blending all the easier if you do it that way. Okay. All right. So we will put a protective layer on the top, but before we do that, let's get the gator. So, I tell you guys all the time, please. I have a 600 on here, okay? I know sometimes the tendency is to use like a 60 or an 80 because it gets it off faster, yada, yada, yada. But when you use a low grit like that, you tear up your project underneath, all right? And then it also pulls and tugs at the paper. I just cut that because of the hourglass shape. It's tugging. So when you do it this way, you will see that you don't take off your paint on the edges, and you don't have to worry about, you know, repainting. So it might take you a little bit longer. So I usually use anywhere from a 600 to a, I don't know, I don't ever go any lower than a 240. And actually 240 is actually, I prefer my 320s, 400, and 600 when I'm doing this. We need to go. I did my would you bin today. Chatbot Sue. Yeah, I mean, Sue's probably faster than the chatbot. I'm telling you. Yes, I appreciate Sue very, very much. She's I mean, from the day that I met Sue a few years ago doing we call them hops, they call them events. So basically, you know, she's just always been, she never missed any of our lives. And when I say our, because there was a group of us that always did hops, and she never missed any one of them. She was always there. And anytime anybody needed any help with anything like this, links or anything, you never had to ask her. She did it. And I knew that was going to pull. And, you know, when I started going live regularly, she's just always been here to help me. So what happened is the paper's a little wet over here. And so it tugged that piece off, which is fine because I'll show you guys how to fix that. But yeah, I had somebody ask me one time if Sue and I talk about what I'm going to do, like the project, because it seems like she always knows what product I'm using. But no, she doesn't know. Half the time I don't even know what I'm doing until I actually go live. She does not know. She just is that fast. All right, so let's get this little bit off. Susie Peach. Hi, Doris. How are you? Hi, Barb. Another beautiful creation. Thank you. Okay, so if you guys can see, yeah, you guys actually can see it. I just got my box today. I'll try to post. Please do. She's much better than a chatbot. I know, right? Of course, Lisa, you're very welcome. So Teresa Renee says there's about 20 of the mystery boxes left. I know some of you were saying that, you know, you wanted to get a mystery box, but we're going to wait for, there was a reason, whatever your reason would have been. So there still is some left. Okay, so I am going to take, so right here, I pulled a little piece of that off because it was wet while I was sanding and tried to tug at the same time, which I know, and probably all of you know, that's a no-no. So I'm going to go in here and get about the same color down here, and I'm just going to rip, because remember I said, if you've got a feathered piece, right, it's going to blend a lot easier. So I just want that right there. So let's take this. And I know my fingers are going to get in the way, so I'm trying to make it so they're not. All right. I know, Joy. And then we're going to do that. And then as you can see, easy peasy, lemon squeezy, no harm, no foul. Okay. So I always tell you also, we've got a longer fiber right there. Don't pull those longer fibers. That is when you can cut, okay? You want to cut the longer, thicker fibers, cut those. Don't pull those, because you're going to actually pull the fiber from inside of the paper, and you're gonna mess up that little area. All right, so always put on a protectant layer. While you're still working, you always want to come in and put on a layer of your decoupage medium. And that's just, look, if you're painting, you get some paint on there. This will give you a little bit of time, right, to get a wipe and wipe it off. If you try to do that without having a layer on top, you're more than likely going to mess up your image. You're going to wipe that ink right off. Okay. I will sand that off when it's dry. And then when you're done with your project, you go in with whatever your final varnish is. But this just gives you a little bit of working time. Okay. All right. So now, because I do need to lay it on its side, let's dry this a little bit. Oh, this one's going to be stunning with fine line, right? Can you decoupage a piece of decorative paper like this? Can you decoupage a piece of decorative paper like this? Carrie, can you tell me what that means? I'm sorry, Carrie. Can you decoupage a piece of decorative paper like this? So are you saying like use not rice paper, just like any paper? Because if that's the question, yes. Hi, Miss Luca. How are you? Because if that's the question, yes. And actually on Decoupage Queen, I think it was early last year, Teresa. We showed you tips of how to decoupage and what decoupage is. And I actually showed you guys how to decoupage with scrapbook paper. So it can be done. And I made coasters, beautiful coasters with them. So if that's what you're asking, like if you have like wrapping paper or napkins or something like that, if you can decoupage with that, yes. But if that's not what you mean, please tell me so I can help you. Thank you, Fondia. Can someone please share the link for the TH Decor mystery boxes? Of course. Hold on one second, Dana. Miss Sue, can you grab that or do you want me to grab it? Actually, I have it right here, Sue. I got it. Never mind. Watch. I always want to see if I'm faster than her because usually I ask and then it's there before I can even blink. Ah, that's wrong. Is it there already? Yeah, I think it was. So Teresa showed like I showed everybody how to use scrapbook paper. Teresa shows how to decoupage on curved surfaces. Yvetta showed like how to blend. Nancy went over just the 101s of what decoupaging is. So there's a lot of good information there. So you can go in and go to the videos on Decoupage Queen and you can find all of them. But hopefully that's what you were asking. So, okay. So on this one, like I said, I just literally want to put it like here and there, you know what I mean? And then we're going to do the stone effect paste around these pieces and kind of just give it like little peaks. Now for this, I am just going to do a dry tear, okay? I'm not going to use my water pen. And then I'm sure you all know, but you do always want to, you know, have a lighter base underneath your rice paper so that the, you know, the true colors of your rice paper show. When you try to decoupage on a darker background, just be aware that it's going to darken your paper, okay? Did I beat you? I beat you. I'm assuming. Oh my goodness. I was just assuming that you were on my page, Dana. Let me put it. If you're on Nicole's page, if you hit exclamation TH Decor and then go and, you know, type in mystery boxes in the search bar, you can find it that way. But if you're on my page, I just gave you the direct link. But y'all, I know this sounds silly, but, you know, please, if you're on Nicole's page, please use her links, okay? That's why I'm saying, like, any stars on her page are credited to her. You know, if I'm using something and she has a chatbot command for it, I'd much rather you guys use her links, okay? If you're on her page, so. Sharing is caring. All right. So, again, I want all of these feathered edges, and I don't want it perfect. So, I'm just going to take, no rhyme or reason, right? I just want to rip. And I don't actually even like how that is like that. So we'll start this one kind of up here, okay? We'll put that there. And then we're just going to keep on going until we get our paper all on, and then we'll start doing that stone effect. Paste. I know, isn't it beautiful? Is there a way to remove paper from a surface if you make a mistake? So if you're, okay, you can. So if you just decoupaged paper down and, you know, let's just say I didn't want this paper on here now. Okay, I've already got it right. It's already down. I've already glued it down. You can do a couple of different things, right? You can sand it off, okay? Sand the paper off and get down back to its, you know, back to the actual surface that we started out with, which in this case is this vase or whatever it is. But then just be aware that you're going to have to put bonding primer back on there if you did sand it all the way down. If it's thin enough, sometimes I just paint right over it and start all over. Does that make sense? Sometimes it's not worth all the sanding and everything. What I might do is kind of sand down around the edges to make sure that it's all smooth, and then just paint right over it and then start again. So it's completely up to you, you know. So be aware, like I said, of your edges. So as I'm going around, I'm pushing this out to get all of those feathered edges down, okay? I'm just not going to willy-nilly, Shelly. I'm just not going to willy-nilly it. All right, so I'm going to get rid of some of that at the top. And then let's do... So basically what I'm doing is just, I want a lot of texture on here. Okay, so Juicy knows about my haircuts. So I don't want to do a blunt cut on here, but I do want to get rid of that thick fiber. And then I'm just going to come and just cut some of the longer hairs that are out here. You don't have to do this, but if I was blending this into like another paper, I would definitely do that a lot more. So that the fibers don't lay on top of the other paper. Let's just put that right in there somewhere. No willy-nillying. No willy-nilly. I think my bottle's getting clogged again, y'all. So once that is out of there, I'm going to just go back to my, the jar that it comes in. Again, I like the idea of the Sugar Bell bottles, but I think just this decoupage varnish and glue is just a little too thick. Because like my pigment fix, still no issues. It comes out just fine. But I think this one's just a little bit too thick, so it clogs it up. All right, and then I actually like the shape of that a lot. Let's do that. Just, I don't know. Oh, let's do one right here and then one down here. No dilly-dallying either. You're so glad doesn't nilly-willy? What? Yeah. Hi, Debbie. How are you? Is that... Hey, I barely sat down. I saw receive. I usually don't beat you. That's why I'm just messing with you. Kind of looks like a moon, huh? Okay, and then let's just put like a strip coming from down here. So if you're not familiar with me and the way I do things, Sue is putting the links in for you, but at the end of the video, I always come back in and put all of the links to all of the products that I've used in the video. So to help make that a little easier for you to find stuff as well. All right, let's put that right here. All right. Okay. All right. Hi. Hello, hello. You better apologize. Did you see my message? No, I didn't see that message. That was something I learned, to break pieces off and put them around sporadically. I didn't see that, Sue. So you didn't hear about all the good things I've been saying about you? Oh. Okay, so I'm going to turn it around on its other side. I will do this on the back too, but to not bore everybody, I will just do the sides and then I'll do the back. I'm good, Amy. How are you? Sue, I was saying so many good things about how much I love you and you're just the bestest ever. Yeah, Elizabeth, a couple of people had said that they had received them. So I was telling them to post in the group so we can all be nosy and see. You too, Elizabeth. Post yours. Oh, there goes the guy with the little doggy. I was worried. How come everybody was so quiet? Onyx is sleeping right here. Because they always bark at that poor man with his little terrier. All right, let's just take a little bit of this off. Put that right there. All right. We have Stone Effect paste that comes in a few different colors. I am just going to use the white today because I'm going to, we're going to paint this. So, but we do have a handful of colors. Again, that's available at my TH Decor. So, and again, if you're on Nicole's page, exclamation TH Decor, all lowercase. All right, and then let's just do here. Hi, Lynn. I love mine, except I got 2 of the same papers. That's actually not a bad thing. When I order my rice papers, I always order at least 2. Just in case, I'm doing something bigger. I don't have to worry about, oh man, I need another paper and I have to put in another order. Or if I mess something up and I need to start over, I already have a paper. You know what I mean? So I don't necessarily, I like I said, I usually always order at least 2. Most of the time, 3. If it's one I really like more. That's that little piece I need to get off. I almost folded it over. I guess, you know what? Let's just fold it over. Because it is such a little piece. I don't want to mess with ripping it off her leg again. And let's just do a little piece right here. All right. So this will be our last piece, and then we can start working with the stone effects. I will tell you one thing to be aware of when you use your stone effect paste. Do not let that go down your drain. It does not play nicely in your drain. Okay, just think about that for a minute. Stone effect paste. I get letters from PG&E. You will definitely get a letter from the city if you put stone effect paste down your drain. You never mess up? Oh, please. Cheryl. Hi, Cheryl. Please. All right. So let's start with a little bit of stone effect on. You know what? Hold on a minute, y'all. I'm going to be smart today. I'm going to use my noggin. Ha! Ha ha! Till I need to put stone effect up here, and then what? Okay, anyways. There we go. So let's start with the stone effect. So this is your stone effect paste. You can put it on with a palette knife. You can put it on. You can put it on with, you know, a silicone brush. You can put it on with whatever your heart desires. Let's clean up some of this. You guys know this eye clutter stresses me out. Too much to look at. Okay, so. Hola, Susana. Saludos. Okay, so. Oh, man, it looks like my white either was not closed all the way. So I am going to use sandstone, which is fine. I can still paint sandstone. So your stone effect paste, okay, it gives you that like awesome texture, almost like if you were going to do like spackling or something like that. So let me just show you, just for the sake of showing you. You see how this one wasn't closed all the way, but you definitely don't want that going down your drain. Okay, you don't want that to harden in your drain. So just make sure you you are, you know, wiping it off with the baby wipe, getting all that stuff off first. Could I layer papers? Yes, I could. I could absolutely layer papers. Why are you asking me that? Are you wanting me to layer down here? Or you're just asking just to ask? All right. So when I do this, right, I want that texture. So what I like to do is, as I'm putting it down, I'm going to pick up my palette knife and almost create even more texture, okay? Now, if I was blending a piece of paper, if I were blending two papers together down here, I actually would sand this down a little bit and make it smooth to touch. And we're going to come up on the rice paper a little bit around the edges and whatnot, because it's going to just look funny if we just have stone effect paste just starting in one area, right? So Like I said, we will change this trim as well. So this one is called Sandstone. We'll be able to paint over this one fairly easy as well. So I don't want a smooth look, but if that's what you wanted, you most definitely could do that. But what I'm wanting is the texture. And if you guys remember what I said earlier, she's sitting on stones, rocks. There looks like there's a stone wall behind her. Okay, so as I'm spreading it out, I'm also lifting the palette knife to get that texture. Okay, and I'm going to come up on the paper. And like I said, we'll come up on the sides randomly here and there. Because again, it's going to look really funny if we just have stone effect paste down here and it's not going to make too much sense, right? You shared the chaos. Thank you. Hi, Pamela. How are you? Actually, it doesn't take long to dry at all. Of course, you know, with anything, it depends on how thick, you know, you put it on. But I would say that by the time we do the sides and come back over here, we might, you know, need to hit it with the heat gun for a minute, but it doesn't take long at all. All right, so I'm just going to kind of pick up, and I've got like a hard piece that's at the top there, so I'm just going to toss that. All right, so this is what I was talking about earlier. Trying to be an Einstein and use that to hold it. So what we'll end up doing is, obviously, we're going to paint this. We'll do some either umbra or brown, antique gel or paste, one of the two. I'm actually wondering if I want to put trim in there or not. Hold on, you guys. Before I actually put texture in there, I'm going to do it all the way around first because I might want to put some trim in that little groove there. Like do some molds, some clay work in there. So I'm just going to take it and just as easy as we put it on, just going to wipe it off. Right. And then if I do decide I want, you know, the structure paste up there, or the stone paste up there, we could definitely do that. All right, so then I'm just going to. All right, so I think we left on this side, so let's come over to this side. And then we'll do a lot of this on this side. Terry, I keep freezing. I'm going to catch replay. Okay, Tina, sorry about that. Hi, Wendy. How are you? Yeah. Hi, Linda. Oh, that is like. Thank you, Samantha. All right, so let's do. So now we are literally just wanting all this yummy texture, right? And then behind it, in these little peaks, we're gonna have. Or wipe that off. Trying to see. we're going to have the rice paper that we added. Okay. So that's why I really wasn't concerned with this is when ambidextria, you know, when you're ambidextrous helps a little bit. Because, gee, my knee. Sometimes being left-handed is just not the business. So again, I'm just, you know, the way you lay it down, you could put as much texture in there as you want, but I love just kind of lifting the palette knife as well. I like that texture. Again, if you wanted to just put it on here smooth, I mean, that's totally up to you. You're still going to get a little bit of that textury. It's still going to feel different, even if you know, put it smooth down on here. All right, so. And I'm thinking we'll probably end up painting it like a beige ivory color. And then, you know how I love to put, you know, the umbra in back in for color or depth, I should say. Stuccoing. Lisa, you're left-handed too? You have a little spot that's splatted kind of in the middle of the page on the angel side. I don't, do you mean down here, maybe? It might have, because it's not such a wet product, it might have just kind of, you know, flaked off after I moved it a little bit. Okay. Like, I love doing this part too, but I always get excited to think about, okay, can't wait to get it painted. I can't wait to get, you know, put the dimensions in and everything to see all of that, because sometimes it's hard, you know, when you're at this stage, you're like, oh no, what am I doing? No, nope, naughty shelf it goes. Just keep working at it. You know, it's got to go through stages, right? Kind of like us. you go, you go through that stage where you get that awkward and you're like, oh, I don't know, you know, then you all of a sudden it starts to come together and you're like, okay, I could deal with this. So don't give up on your projects too quickly. Sometimes, you know, it'll surprise you if you just stick with it. And then, like I said a little bit ago, I will do all of the back as well. I'll do the same thing. I will put the rice paper back here and then do the stone paste on there too. But you know, you guys are going to get the hint. You're not going to need to sit through all of that. You know what I should have used is the daggone. Actually, probably wouldn't have fit in here. The petite trowel. But it probably wouldn't. I would have had to take it out of the bottle. That would have gone a lot faster, probably. All right, so now let's kind of see. It's already, I can feel on my palette knife, it's already drying. Okay. So now I am going to have to hit this with the dryer a little bit. It's looking amazing. Loving your technique. I've been so hesitant on stone effect. Wasn't sure how to do it. Hi, Robin. And that's the fun thing about it, right, is there's not really a right or wrong way. Just start playing with it, Anne. And I always say, you know, whatever your eyes like. So whatever makes your eyes happy, you know. Hola, Ari. An Italian piece of pottery. Ah. It is kind of giving a little bit of that vibe, eh? So, like I said, it dries fairly quick. I mean, all right. That's why I say I can't wait till we get this painted and we start putting some colors through here. All right. So let's come around this side. And I'm just going to kind of set it down. I'm not going to put too much pressure on it because it feels dry to touch, but of course underneath, right? You know, the top layer is going to feel dry, but okay. And I'm just going to kind of, it's a little thick right there, so let's take some of that off. Fondia, are you talking about me? I just craft under my page name. My page name is just my, Terry Lightsey. That's the main page that I am live on. Oh, Venetian. Yes. That's funny because I actually worked at the Venetian and the Palazzo. I was the accountant for both facilities. That's very true. Obviously, the real place I've never been to, but Venetian in Las Vegas, went there every day for years. What would I make for Mardi Gras? You know what's funny is I've never really, golly, I've never done like a Mardi Gras like project. Probably because I'm scared of like the purples and the greens together. Not, I'm scared of, that's not my comfort zone as far as, you know, working with paint colors. So purple, green, gold. But yeah, I can't say that I've ever done a Mardi Gras project. Oh, speaking of, y'all, yesterday got so crazy, I forgot to mention it, but this Saturday, I am in the Paper Palooza. It's an event that Chris Hunter has organized. And so it will be, I can't remember now. I posted all of the creators, but I think there's 11 of us. And it will be, you know, starting, oh my goodness, y'all. I think it's 9 o'clock my time. So Chris is in Central, so now I'm all combobulated. So it starts at 11 Central, I believe, and then it's done at 8 p.m. Central. So I will be on at, look, I'm not even going to try. I'll be on at 5 o'clock my time, 5 o'clock PST. So 8 o'clock, right? 8 o'clock EST. And then 7 o'clock, yeah, 7 o'clock CST. So that will be on Saturday. And then you can catch all of the creators will be streaming into, well, we'll each be on our pages, but it'll be in the Sparkle Room. So I put the link on that post. So if you haven't, you know, if you're not already in the Sparkle Room, go ahead and request, you know, to get in there, so that way you don't have to worry about someone letting you in on Saturday. But I believe Kathy from Royal Funky Junk is kicking it off, and then Chris Hunter is closing it out. So, and there's designs by Dina, there's Tater Buggin, Lisa Maud. Yeah, there's a good handful of people. So it's the Paper Palooza, so it will be paper crafting, and which, you know, y'all don't see me do too much of that, if any at all. But that is kind of, you know, where I started out after when I started dabbling in what would I, you know, say crafting was all paper crafting. You know, I would make all of my desk organizers and use some chipboard and make, you know, the organizers for my papers and my brushes. And then I started making cards, and then I started doing scrapbook albums. So that'll be fun. That will be my first event that I've done in the Sparkle Room. So yeah, I've got something fun planned. Probably not what the others are going to be doing, so it'll be fun. Hey, Nicole. Stopping quick, then gotta run. Okie dokie. You love to paper craft? You were gypped? Uh-oh. She's not talking to me. Gosh, I'm trying to talk about it, but it didn't give me any beads. Okay, let's hit this with the dryer a little bit. And then I see some edges here that I need to address with the glue to get this rice paper down on the edges. Oh my gosh, you're too much. You flashed your doctor, but he didn't give you any beads, and that's when Teresa's saying that you got gypped. You guys are too much. Oh my god, that's hilarious. Okay, so I'm just going to take a little bit of my decoupage glue and varnish. There's just a little piece here that I missed with the glue, if it wants to come out. So I'm just going to take a little angle brush, work that down there, and then push the paper up. All right. Oh my gosh. Hi, Betty. Okay. So I'm going to now turn it on its back side. And let me fix this tape a little better now. Okay. So before we get to painting, I wanted to you guys can tell me, can you see what that mold is? I mean, I was thinking to replace it. And then I wanted to do something up here in this little area. But I don't know, because that's kind of the same. It's just a smaller one up here. I don't know. What do you guys think? Should we replace these, leave it, and then just put something in there? Or I'm not really. I'd vote to replace it. You like the mold. That mold suits the vase. Leave it. Okay. So then if we do that, then maybe in here, because we can't mix too many trims, right? And I know that I don't think I have this in a mold like that or a trim like that. So then in here, maybe we'll just, I'm not sure what to do with that just yet then. Oh, yeah, I could put, we can paint it, definitely paint it, and, let that shine through. But I'm trying to figure out now this area, if I want to leave it like that, or if I want to put something in there. And I'm thinking for right now, I'm just going to leave it until I figure out how the rest of it is looking. So for right now, let's just leave it alone. Then I'm going to get out my ivory, take out my molds. Sue, are you being facetious? You know I have like hundreds and hundreds of molds. What? We'll be here for ages. It does. It does, Carrie. It does dip in. And so this is recessed in here too, if that's what you're talking about. So yeah, it dips in. Yeah, I could do that. That's why I'm kind of thinking that maybe we just leave it for now, because we can always, I want to leave it flat for now, because if we do put some, trim in there, whatever, it's not going to hurt it to be over the paint. Okay, so let's start here. And I'm going to goodness gracious. I'm going to get some paint. So we're going to paint all of this kind of like a little darker ivory. And then we are going to, like I said, probably get out either the antiquing paste or the antiquing gels and start giving it some dimension. And then we'll look and see if we want to do what we want to do with, to bring in our highlights after that, because we need both. The Sanitary project. All right. So I'm just going to, so this is ivory, and I'm just going to take a little bit of the hazelnut just to mix in. I do want it the ivory color, but I want to darken it just a little bit. All right. So I'm just using what was in the lid. All right. So Pentart paints, again, TH Decor. I don't even know if you guys can see what I'm doing. So I just took a little bit of the hazelnut and mixed it in with that ivory. All right. And I like that. I like it. I like it. I like it. Like it. Like it. All right. So let's just get a brush. And then let's get that off. Yeah. Yeah. I will. I'll look and see. All right. So down here at the mold, or whatever this is down here, we're going to paint that as regular. But on the Stone Effect paste, I'm just going to dab into it because, like I said, the surface of it is dry, right? But, some of the thicker areas where there's, the Stone Effect paste underneath it probably still isn't dry all the way. So I'm going to kind of be gentle as I'm just pouncing into it. I can't remember. I think it was this side. Wow. We did not. Excuse you, sir? Excuse you, sir? What are you so excited about? So, I mean, actually, the sandstone color, well, I was going to say you could have left it, but it's actually pulling a peach to me, so no, never mind. Choi Choi, Betty said hi. She heard you. So I will go in to the top and then around the lid up here, and I will put bonding primer on there, and then I will paint it, the same color. I just wanted you guys, those of you who weren't with me when we got this, to see that original color. Now, because of the way that the paper is and how it looks like there's the stone wall in the background, it's really forgiving as far as me putting paint on it. And usually, you guys know, I would go in with a dauber and I would daub it out and blend it out to the paper. But because of the texture and everything that we're going for, I'm not really worried about that. And especially because, you know, we'll probably come in and do some more work to her. So now we're getting rid of that bright peachy color, which already just looks a lot better. Everybody's being quiet today. Did I? Hold on. I need to check this side and see if it's... Oh, okay. We're good. Yeah. You guys are a little quieter today than usual. But that's okay. Sometimes, well, most of the time when I'm watching, I'm always doing something. Either I'm crafting, cooking, cleaning, doing something. So I don't always, not always able to chat in the comments. We're just entranced by your... Oh, Lord, Barbara Ross. Aw, shucks. Anyways, you notice that I've still been on, so see, by me not talking so much, I'm not, you know, getting accused of copyright. It's so relaxing watching you. I like that. Because usually it's not relaxing here. That's why when the dog walked by, I had to make sure, like, you know, Torture didn't have Jack and Onyx locked up anywhere, but Jack is sleeping and Onyx is sleeping. So I guess everybody is tired today. Oh my gosh, you guys. So yesterday, when I was coming home from picking up, you know, Trevor from his night class, the exit that we have to go off on to get home, it was blocked. So, you know, Caltrans had the freeway all blocked off, 3-lane highway going down to 1 lane, and I was literally just one exit away, and then we're just a few minutes, you know, from the exit to get home, and it was blocked off. So then it took a good, I don't know, 20 minutes just to get to my exit and realize that it was blocked off. So then we went down. I said, oh, geez. So now I'm really going to have to go out of my way. We're going to go to the next exit and have to go all the way around. Then that exit they had blocked off. Oh, my word. I was like, what on earth? Really? With no warning, you know, prior, like, you know, exits, you know, ahead, you know, closed or anything like that. Nope. Nothing, because I could have gotten off on the exit right before and no problem. I mean, it's kind of the same distance, that exit or the one, you know, to get home. Maybe just a couple minutes difference. Trevor was tired. Troy was tired. I was tired. I don't like driving at night. Really? What? Are you serious? Sue is saying that both of my channels are down. Is that right? You guys, oh my God. Sue just said that both mine and Nicole's channels have crashed. Oh, you can see me. Oh my God, Jesus, Lord have mercy. I was about to say, like, really? I'm over this. Y'all, I was literally about to... Sue, are you messing with me? Who am I watching? Hi, Betty. My name is Terry Lightsey. I am the same person that was on yesterday. I'm on Nicole's channel helping her out for the next couple of days. But I was the same person on yesterday. Looks like you. Betty, you're messing with me. Y'all! All right, go back to not talking. I was going to say, Betty? Still me. Jeez. Good one, Betty. Good one. She goes, I know. I was kidding. I got that after, Betty. That's why I kind of said, Betty? Same person that was here yesterday. That was pretty good, Betty. That was pretty good. All right. I'm just holding it up because I'm being lazy and don't want to have to dry the other side right now. But I got to stand it up because, of course, we've just got that little bit and I ran out of paint. Now she's really good. I was probably about on the verge of saying something, Barbara. I really was. I was going to say, you know, at this point, enough is enough because come on now. First, you're trying to say that I'm singing, and if you know me, I won't ever be singing. Then you're gonna knock me off again? Like, yeah, no, I would have just that'd have been it. That'd have been it. That's what I said, Chochoy. I just said, phew, that's it. That's a wrap. All right, let me get. That's a wrap. All right, so I just mixed a little bit more just to finish this little top piece here. I came in on Nicole's page, also got in on crafting, all worked for me. Thank you. Hi, Sandy. Nice to see you. Betty. That was pretty good, though, Betty. All right. So, almost done with this. And then we'll grab some of the Umbra. I don't know. Do we crackle the rice paper? I don't mind crackling the sides. I don't so much know if I want to crackle her. Does that make sense? I don't think I want to crackle the angel, but I think it might look pretty cool to crackle the papers on the sides here. But I don't know how I feel about crackling her. Maybe like around her, but not actually crackle her. You guys can tell me what you think about that. All right, let's paint that top. I'm just going to stand it up to paint the top really quickly. I think the angel should, yeah. Hi, Renee, just got home to catch me. So I am going to paint the top. I'm going to leave the back, obviously, because I still need to put the rice paper back here, and I also need to put the stone effects back there, which I'll do when I sign off. But I need to come up with, there's something in the paint. Oh, it's the stone effects. That's right. I'll sand that out. I need to also, we're going to need to put in a really cool topper up here as well. Let's lay it down this way and then not pop this open. So, I will come find a topper for us to put it up here as well. What we got going on there? All right. So I think I'm good with, again, I can see some of the stone effects in some areas. I'm not real worried about it though, because the our antiquing gels will take care of that. I hardly ever see you anymore. Well, I see you like on Renee's page, on Nicole's page, but okay, so let's just give this a little dry. Frosting medium? Yeah. Nicole's Recycled Treasures, Sandy. Nicole's Recycled Treasures. I'm not sure if you're looking for the frosted glass look, then yes, that's the opalescence gel. Yeah. You're welcome, Sandy. All right. Okay. Let me clean off my hands a little bit. And I might need that paint, but I'll stick that brush in water and that one in water. And then I think if I want, and I think I'm going to go with, I think I'm going to use my antiquing paste. Y'all know that's my favorite. Let me grab the other ones though and see color-wise if I... Hi, Annette. How are you? How about a fine crackle on some of the angel and a thicker crackle on everywhere else? See, what I can do like a random crackle on her so that way she doesn't crack everywhere. Trying to be easy. There's some stone effect paste here. It's probably what Carrie was telling me dropped on there. I just definitely don't want anything on her face. But I do like the idea of cracking the, you know, these sides. What the heck? Oh, there it is. You love this angel? I love everything about her. I don't know if you guys ever noticed, but I don't really work a lot with faces, people, just because that's not my comfort. But the ones that I do work with, I don't know, they've somehow, you know, spoken to me that I can use them, and, you know, feel like I can actually do something that works with my style. But I typically don't do a lot with like people, faces, fairies, even though I love the papers and I probably have them all. I don't know what it is. It's just sometimes I get stumped as far as what to do with it. It's a weird thing. Okay, I don't mind animals, obviously, you know, anything else, but you give me like an actual face, humans, fairies, anything like that, and it takes me a while to figure out what I'm going to do with it. All right, so step 1 of fine line crackle, clean dry brush. Always clean dry brush. Never damp brush. All right, step 1 is universal, so if you've got step 1, you've got step 1 for all of the crackles. It's step 2 that is different for each of our crackles. This is Pentart Fine Line Crackle, available at my TH Decor. Again, if you're on Nicole's page, please use her exclamation mark TH Decor, all in lowercase. And then if you're on my page, my chat bot will put it in just a second. You guys know I call Sue my you know, my online mom. She is probably I'm going to feel a virtual slap any minute now. I feel it coming. Fine line. So this is a fine line. So this is just step 1 right now. So like I said, step 1 is the same for all of them. So it's step 2 that's going to give you whatever crackle you're doing. So I'm going to go ahead and put this step 1 on here. I'll figure out which crackle I'm going to do after I get the step 1. Like, I don't even mind it on her wings and whatnot. I just don't really want it on her face. Troy! Onyx is sleeping, Bobs. That's messed up. Mama girl. Mama girl. You push him off. Did she push you off the couch while you were sleeping? Huh? Why you did that, Troy Troy? And then you laugh, Troy Troy. You're not funny. Do you use Universal Step 1 with the cracking paint systems or the Step 1 for the cracking paint? Yes, Brenda. You can use the Universal for all of them, but yes, you would, if you don't have, you know, a Step 1 and you have the cracking paste or you have the paint cracking paint systems, the Universal Primer, yes. All right, so I'm just gonna kind of, again, I want to leave her alone as far as like the skin of her and her face and hair. I'm just gonna kind of go around it like that. When we get the antiquing gel on here, and we'll bring it all together so it's not like that's just gonna stand out. I just don't necessarily want cracks on her. I don't like it on her, on faces. So let's dry the sides really quickly. She is. Isn't she, Drucy? She's awesome. Yeah, Brenda. Hi, Brenda, by the way. Sometimes that's how I feel, too. And I think that's what a lot of the problem is sometimes is I feel like, man, I really don't need to do much to this. I mean, you could literally just stick it in a frame and it would be beautiful. So what I don't want to do too much to it and then you almost ruin it, you know, if that makes sense. So, all right. So, you know, with your crackle, it's always best to let it dry naturally, but you can accelerate the drying process. But you want to keep your heat tool moving. This side is already practically dry. So is this side. So don't leave it in one area, right? One spot for too long because you will burn the crackle and there's no coming back from that. There's enough fine line on skin in real life, Betty. All right. Okay, so let's take step 2 and another clean dry brush. And let's get step 2 on. So always, when you're using the 2-step crackles, you always clean dry brush with each step. Okay. Most certainly don't use the same brush for step 1 and 2. And don't use, you know, a damp brush, no matter what they say out there that it doesn't matter. It does matter. You're gonna mess up your project. It's not gonna come out right. Right? I heard somebody say that it's not a big deal if the brush is a little damp. Really? All right. And even the sandstone paste can fill it sometimes. Thank you, Barbara. Hello. All right, so let's put this on. So, you guys know the drill. Fine line crackle does not like any water-based products. So, we, at this point, until it's sealed with a solvent-based varnish, you can't use baby wipes, any of the water-based products, anything on that to accent the crackles, the cracks, okay? Oopsie. Let's try this a little bit. Oh my God. Yeah, I know. And it's unfortunate that they're telling people that you don't need to seal it because yeah, it might not happen next week. It might not happen next month, but over time, and especially if you have it sitting in the sun, it's done. It's done. The cracks it will continue to crack. And if it's in the sun, it's going to flake off and get just nasty. I mean, it's just. And anyways, who doesn't seal their projects? Like, for goodness sake, seal your projects. I don't know why that's even a thing. Why is that even a thing that you don't have to seal your stuff? Like, you don't have to, do the last finishing step. Why is that even a thing? I don't know. Each his own, I guess. But if you're selling your work, by golly, you better seal that thing before you sell it to somebody. I mean, I just couldn't, in good conscience, sell something and it not be sealed, whether it had crackle on it or not. How's somebody going to clean it when they're dusting, or, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. To each his own, I guess. You do you, boo-boo. Why I said that, I don't know, because I don't say that in real life. Watching a lot of YouTubers, a lot don't seal at all. Well, now, here's the thing. Like, you don't ever see me seal anything on camera because that is my very, very final step. And I tinker with that thing all the way until it leaves, right? So, you don't hardly ever see me seal it. So, if they don't seal it on camera, that's okay. But to say not to seal it or you don't have to seal it, mind-blowing. Thanks, Sandy. I don't know. I just, I am already a nervous wreck when I have an auction and, people are starting to get their projects. I'm just like, oh, Lord, I'm waiting for that one message that says, this is awful. So I always have that fear. And so I couldn't imagine then not finishing and sealing my work and not, making sure that when it left out of here, that I've done what I can to make it as good as it could possibly be, right? I mean, it is handmade. It's not going to be perfect, but at least it's going to be finished from, start to finish. It's done, and I can feel good about that. So, okay, Anne, have a great dinner. Yeah, we're going a little bit longer today. So once I get this dry, I'm just gonna put in a little bit of the antiquing paste, and then I'll let you guys go, and then we'll finish up tomorrow with more of the details. So sometimes if you're not used to fine line crackle, it is glossy. So I know if you're just first using it, it might be hard for you to tell if it's dry. You know, just don't start putting your fingerprints all over it or anything. But if you use the light, you'll be able to see the cracks. And you can kind of judge from, okay, well, I've got cracks all over here. So, and then kind of do a little bit of a, corner touch test thing, like, okay, you know what I mean? But don't just like go full on, because you'll see your prints on there. Now, if you're ever doing fine line and you're, why didn't it crack here or whatnot, you can take your heat gun, and if you put a little more heat on it, don't leave it there like that, because it'll burn. But most of the time, if you put your heat gun back on it for a little bit, you'll get more cracks out of it. That's why I'm saying if you don't seal it, it's going to continue to crack. All right, so we are good over here. So let's start with this side. So let's make sure. All right, so let's go in. Thank you, Barbara. That is why you have return customers. Aw, thanks, Dana. I appreciate that. But I am waiting for that one message or that one call of somebody going, what on earth? It's just a fear every time. No news is good news. So if I don't hear from anybody, I'm okay. But when I get a message from somebody and I know they've received, an auction item, I'm always like that one eye, like, oh, what's she gonna say? Okay, so we're gonna come. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead, and actually, you guys will be able to see it, the design a little more down here if you weren't able to before. So we're just taking a big stipple brush, and again, we're gonna wipe it back, and then I'm gonna come in here. I'm coming in here first, just to get some of the cracks, and then we're gonna come out and address the stone effect paste, okay? And I don't even know if you guys can see because it's on the way that the background is, but I can see the cracks. We'll also go in and put some gold in there too. All right, so again, I'm just going to come in here now, and you see I didn't re-dip, okay? And I'm just going to very little work it into the lid, right? And then just to pick up and give some dimension to all of that texture that is sitting there. And I really want to come like to the edges of where the paper is. And really get that in there. Now, when you're doing something like this, you can choose how much of the umbra you want on there, but just look at that already, how that changes that, right? Hi, Robbie. How are you? So again, because this is going to grab, okay? So when you're using Stone Effect paste and you're using the antiquing gel or the antiquing paste, it's going to grab that product. So I'm barely, usually you guys know I go ham in there and I get it all in my bristles and everything. I'm literally just dabbing in there, working it into the lid, and then just coming up. Because I tell you guys, don't choke up unless you want a big deposit. Hold it as far out to the end of the brush for that lighter touch. And just kind of going in here now. And we'll also come in with, some highlights in here too. And the reason why, too, I'm going in with, lighter product because obviously it's textured, right? So it's going to be hard for me to wipe it back without, it grabbing. Now, see, because I'm not sure what we're doing in here, actually, whatever we're doing in there, it's not going to hurt anything to do that. So, and then you guys know I always concentrate on my edges because I don't like that unfinished look. Of course, back there, it's a little different because I still have to do this whole process to the back half. But look at that compared to, see that? So, again, you need to behave. You're too heavy. You can't. There you go. All right. So, again, I just, you know what I mean? Just getting in there. So, it's barely getting on the outside edges. And then I'm working it into the rest of the bristles by using the cap. All right. And then we're going to come. I didn't do her at all yet. So, I'll put a little bit more on so it can grab in the cracks that are around her. And then just to make her the same tone as the rest, I'll go over her lightly. And then we will wipe this back, though, so we can get it just in the cracks. Oh, that looks good. Oh, yeah. And as always, if you want more in the cracks, come back in. You can keep, doing that process, this process, until you're happy with that. I like that, you guys. I like that a lot. It almost, can you see? Let's bring it down. Whoop. So I don't know if you can see the cracks that are just around her. So just enough to kind of, go along with what else is happening on, around her, but not distorting her face or anything with cracks. So. Now, right here, I obviously got a little happy. So I'm just going to take another brush and then move that product off of there, okay? There we go. Just enough. Yeah, it's just enough to age it, but not, to overpower. So again, let's get in here with these cracks. You might be able to see if I darken this one. And again, we'll put, some gold in the cracks too, some antiquing gold. So we'll mix those. And then let's do, I'll get this bottom here. And then with the rest, we'll go ahead and again, I want to really get the inside edges. Oh, yeah. Yeah. What is this? Oh, okay. So, hi, Anna. Oh, no. Am I? Still? All right. I am? I don't know why. Okay, so basically, that's what we have for right now. Hi, Marcia. How are you? So, when I sign off, what I will do is all of the back. So, for right now, we have, it's a good size. So, this is what we have so far. And then, so as you get closer, I don't know, well, you guys can kind of see the cracks that are in here. So tomorrow when we come back, I will have done the back, to, do the paper and everything that we've done to this stage. I'll do that to the back. Tomorrow when, we come back, we will come in back again with some of the golds, and then we need to figure out a topper, and then also what we're gonna put up and through here. So I'll look at some molds tonight and see if there's anything that will work in there, or if we decide, to put something else up there. But anyhow, it was a long one today, so thank you so much for sticking it out with me. If I am back tomorrow on Nicole's page, you'll obviously see me. But if not, thanks you guys for, joining me these last couple of days. We appreciate you, supporting and, watching while Nicole's gone. So, again, she'll explain everything when she gets back. She's thinking she's coming back tomorrow, but I'll talk to her later and see. I'm so tired of napkins and acrylic paints. Trying to make really beautiful things. Need new products someday. Yeah, little by little, just little by little. But anyway, so we'll be back tomorrow, Wednesday, right? We'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And as always, thanks for being here. Talk to you soon. Bye.